Yep. Oh, that's big.
Over 7 years ago, we did our first ever batch of custom colours. And in that batch of custom colours was Saltwater Yabby. Saltwater Yabby has now become one of our mainstay colours. Fast forward 7 years later, and even to this day, when you're fishing sand flats, it's hard to go past Saltwater Yabby. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to hit the road, head north and hit a little sandy estuary and see if we can get a few different species fishing the sand flats.
All right, so that rain has subsided. I've got the rain jacket off, feeling a little bit more comfy now. Didn't get time to put my shoes on before the rain came, so feet are a little bit cold. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit to put them on, but that's all right. So what I'm gonna do is chuck on Saltwater Yabby. We're gonna launch them in the 3 sizes in this coming restock, 2-inch, 3-inch, and 4-inch. So like the last video, I'm gonna try and tick a fish off on each size. I'm gonna start with the 3s, because like last time, that's the confidence lure. And we're in a new system today, which is pretty fun. Headed north to a little creek, set off in the dark. It's a pretty shallow system. A little bit of run. I'm going to run a 1/6 10 standard BKK Harpax. So that's him there, nice and simple. Saltwater Yabby is such an incredible colour for clear water. It can work really well in dirty water too. So let's get him in there and see if we can get a fish. All right, let's get in there. Oh, big school of fish just moved past. So basically it's got a sandbar in front of us. Got a little channel coming through here. I'm just going to be casting at the mangroves. Oh, fish already. Oh man, it feels a little bit better. Thought I seen him. It didn't look that big, but it feels all right. Oh, he's making the electric work. What do we got? Nice little GT. Oh, big school followed him up too. Oh, wow. All right, get him in. Yes. All right. I don't think we'll tick off 3-inch just yet. First cast is a little bit it's a little bit unreasonable. We'll try and get a few fish on the 3-inch. I think this is going to be a good little session. That's just on that 1 to 3 kilo Daiwa Zero. Gone a little bit heavier than my light stuff, because hopefully we can come across some big fish today. But that's a great start. That's the 3rd fish. That's the first one on Yabby. I just had white spot tied on from fishing that last Barumba comp. Well, I haven't started filming properly yet, because as soon as I put the boat in, it just started absolutely belting down, and it's freezing cold. I feel like it's one of the coldest mornings of the year, but that's pretty good. I haven't even got to put on Saltwater Yabby yet. GT second. I think we've found the fish. I'm gonna get this rain jacket off, get a Yabby rigged on, and let's get this video kicked off. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that fish. We'll get him back and we'll keep going. I think this is going to be a good little session. Hopefully I can showcase to you guys at home how good Saltwater Yabby is. It's one of our it was in our first ever custom color restock. I had the idea written down when we first launched, and could never really get the color right, but I'll go through that a little bit later. We'll just try and get a few fish on the board, eh? Get him back. All right, so that's 3 fish nearly in 3 casts. First one for Yabby. There's some fish moving through on the sounder at the moment, and they look bigger than GTs and Taylor, which is good sign. Just done a little, like I said before, just done a little road trip this morning, not a big one. Just nipped up to a nice little shallow creek to just change things up. been as crook as a dog as it after last week. It was an incredible weekend, but yeah, got super crook from it. Today's the first day I'm feeling half normal, so I excuse the croaky voice and a few sniffles here and there, but yeah, feeling good now. All we're doing is hopping this saltwater yabby along the bottom. Nice and simple. Oh, little bite there, yep. Oh, yep. What do we got? What do we got? Little Jew. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Very shallow water for, oh, it's not super shallow, but 2 meters of water. Nice little Jewy. Saltwater yabby again. That's pretty cool. 3-inch saltwater yabby. I'm not going to change him just yet. I'll keep throwing him. I want to get something a little bit bigger. Yeah, this is going to turn out to be a good day. I think we're just past the neeps. We're not on like my favourite tides or favourite moon, but I'm happy that big squall's moved away because that was freezing cold this morning. Let's oh, settle down, mate. Let's get this fella back and keep fishing. All right, so that Jewy seemed to be out towards the middle a little bit. I'm just going to pitch on right into these mangroves. That's 3 species already. I'm going to try and slow the retrieve down a little bit, so try and get it past the treves and the tailor. Just got a little bump then. This is going to be a fisher cast, I think. Oh, yep, already eaten it. Didn't even feel that bite. Ooh. 4 species, little flathead. He swallowed it too. Wow. No, I think he's actually proper swallowed it. I'll be able to get that out. Great little flathead. Species number 4 in just as many casts, I reckon. And he is proper taking that down. All right, so that's starting to tear up a little bit, but you can always just re-rig them a little bit. And if you want to repair them, you can heat up like a knife and just sort of mold that plastic back together. But he's good for another fish. Some big things rolling through on the sounder, so 4-inch might even be the ticket today. Is this a first cast I'm going to get to retrieve back to the boat? I think it's been a fisher cast. No bites yet. Can't believe it. Still time. I'll hop him all the way back. Don't believe it. First fish with no, first cast with no fish. It's going behind this pelican. He's looking for food too. I'm assuming this is going to be very tidal based. These fish will probably feed to the run out, and then I'd say they'd shut down. We've got a couple of hours still till the bottom's out. Right, so I'm just going to take it off spot lock, move up a fraction. Going very, very slowly. I don't want to miss out on any schools of fish. There's a really good current line here too. Little snag. There's so much structure to fish. We've got this really, really nice sort of mangrove edge, and it drops off quite quickly. Then we've got a sandbar, few sunken trees and everything, and lots of fish. Whenever there's fish activity like this is always when you hook better fish. Oh yeah, there's good fish coming through on the sounder now. There's one. What do we got? Little Taylor, is it? Another Taylor? Little Queenie this time. Another species. You gotta be kidding me. What? He's only small, but that's still cool. I'll give you a little hold up. I've only ever fished this creek once before, and it did fish really well, so it's cool to come back straight away and just get back onto the fish again. These are probably the spiniest fish. If you want to get smokoed, try and hold a little queen fish. They'll get you every time, but I think it's time for a new prawn. I did say that, but I'll just quickly re-rig him. All these fish are quite toothy, I'm catching. I'm keeping an eye on my leader too. I'm running a little bit heavier leader. Oh, there's a couple of barra on the sounder too. Wow. Put a cast in here. Seem to be over here. Couple of small barra. Say they're schoolies around that 70 centimetre mark. Very catchable. Very cold water, 16 degrees, but it doesn't mean they won't eat. Their metabolism normally slows down with colder water, but doesn't mean they're not going to eat. It looks like there might be a couple of threadfin on the sounder too. That one looks like it's got a big forked tail. Put it back on 360 mode. I put it on side scan as I was coming in because side scan seems to be a bit better searching tool. And then once you find the fish, I reckon 360 is the ticket, especially in this shallower water. Should be able to see a fair bit. It's nearly time to take the jumper off. It was freezing this morning when it was raining. As soon as I pulled up, might start doing a little bit softer lifts. See if there's any other species. I did catch that little dewie, so there could be bigger dewies here too. I can't believe how many species there has been already. I'll put a big cast. Still the same prawn, just keep re-rigging him and he seems to be holding on. On 360 it seems like there's a fair few fish sitting this way. A few barra on the sounder again. Oh yeah. It'd be nice if fishing was always like this. Guess it wouldn't be a challenge then, but it's just nice getting consistent bites, really. I'm going to get tighter to this mangrove edge and pitch some of these snags. I'm assuming there would be jacks in here too. Yep. Oh, does that feel better? I don't know. Another species. God, as soon as I got close to the mangroves. That's why I felt a little bit bigger. They open their mouth and just sit there. You're not a bad fish. You'd be legal. Very cool colours on these fellas. Not the biggest fish, but you got to appreciate them all. Have a look at those dots. And that's Yabby down the hatch again. Let's get him back. Still got another fish in him. He's still swimming, just. Looking at it closer on the edge here, there's a few rocks and a few fallen trees and like a really good undercut edge. So I could actually work really closely along this. A little bit closer than I thought initially. It's been nearly everything I've hooked has been a different species, so it's got to eventually stop surely. There's a heap more trevally species that could be here, I suppose, and a few other things. It looked like there was threadfin salmon on the sounder before. It'd be good to see them again. I think it might be time for the jumper to come off and maybe rig up the BFS combo with the 2-inch or something. Try something else. I've probably caught enough fish on the 3-inch. He's looking a little bit sad. One more cast with this, and then jumper's coming off, and BFS is going on, and we're going to change to the 2-inch. Fair few fish on the sounder. Might have spooked the schools by now though. It'd be interesting throwing a smaller lure into them, see if they keep biting. I'll go the BFS, but I'll still run a little bit heavier leader because there's some there's some big fish around. I'd hate to go silly and go light and then hook one of the big fish and just lose it. It would seem very redundant. Pretty convinced some of these fish here are salmon and barra. They're definitely barra in front of the sounder. Try a little slow roll. I don't know whether you'll hear on film or not, but there's a lot of wind today, which is the other reason I came up this little creek. I think it's meant to be about 25 knots today, so definitely not ideal conditions. So I thought I'd do a little short road trip north and just fish this little creek that I've fished once before and just sort of play it out and see how it was. But oh, that was a big bite. That was a big bite. And it's already paid off. There's way more spots I can search to. This is just the first one I pulled up to. The problem is I've only got a short window with the tide, with the run out tide. As soon as it starts running in, I'm assuming it'll be harder to find fish. They'll probably disperse a little bit. All right, BFS rod time. I've got my BFS set up on here. My reel, I think, is on the heavier rod from bass fishing. So just going to swap the reel over onto the lighter rod. All right, so I'm going to rig up my BFS. It's got a spinnerbait on it at the moment because I was fishing a comp rumble, like I was saying. We're going to go a 1/8 ounce BKK, and we're going to go the 2-inch. Where is he? I did pack 2-inch in here, I'm pretty sure. There he is. Got the 2-inch out. Chop off that spinnerbait, not going to be needing him. So the loop knot I tie is the lefty's loop knot. I did a Thursday tip on how I do it. It's super basic. It's basically just tie a granny knot, make a loop, go around probably 4 times with this size line, back through those holes you made, work that original granny knot down as small as you can, tighten up, happy days. Nice and simple. I always try and keep my tag ends inside the boat, clean them out at the end. We've got 2-inch saltwater yabby. Now I've said it in the video before, the 1/0 BKK is very much on the larger side for the 2-inch, but if you're chasing bigger species, it works really well. Like, you wouldn't run that if you're chasing brim, but if you're chasing flathead, trevally, anything like that, that's going to work fine. All right, let's see if the BFS will get eaten at the 2-inch. Should be a little bit of fun. It's on my Miller Rods Switch Freak UL, so it's a little bit heavier than my normal BFS. It's probably borderlining on not a BFS, but it's still pretty light. It's got bigger guides. It feels a little bit heavier, but if I hook a good fish, it's still going to fold away. That's for sure. Yep, we're rolling. Oh, there's a school of fish there already. Check the drag real quick. He's all right. Yep. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, he's going hard. Oh, we got a little dewy. Nice. Oh, he's actually not too bad. Nice little dewy on the 2-inch. Little size change there. And that got him done. Give you a little hold up here. Nice little chunky Dewey. Out of very, very shallow water. I'm only casting into about 1 metre of water there. So that's actually pretty cool. Sun's up. Very nice little shallow water creek fish. 2-inch yabby on a 1/8 ounce 10 PKK. He's plump too. He's actually pretty well fed. So we'll get him back. We'll keep using the 2-inch. We'll see if that's going to turn him back on. It's been about half an hour with no bite. So that's very cool to see. Let's get him back and keep going. That's little lure that got the job done. 2-inch yabby. Let's get him back in there and see if he gets another bite. So I'm going to do something I haven't done before, and I'm recording the sonar data so you guys can see really clearly what I can see on the 360. So you see that little center pin is the boat, and you can see I've got a good school of fish sort of in front of me and diagonally right. Unlike the live image that you guys would have seen taking over the internet, this is the same as the side scan transducer. It's just spinning around, so it's a still image. So there's still a fair bit you have to interpret. You don't really see the fish moving around apart from when that scan goes past. Same as side scan, but you just have the advantage of seeing what's in front of the boat. So this is probably the perfect situation for it, I've found. I've been using it for a very long time now. There's a bite out of that school. Doesn't feel like one of the big fish, pulled hooks. That's all right. This is probably the perfect time to be using it. Shallow water. Sometimes softer bottom's better, but I can see the fish really clearly as they're moving around here. As you get into deeper water and you fish rubble, it can be very hard to see fish. Same as side scan, same as any forward-facing sonar. Fish are hard on the bottom on harder ground. They can be very, very hard to see. The 360 hasn't really been an advantage for the deeper water, but for this stuff, it's really good. As that scans around, you can see if the fish are moving left or right, and you can kind of adjust your casts and try and make the most of your time out in the water. Yep. Oh. Little Trev came up for the 2-inch. So you see he came from that smaller school. There's some bigger fish on the right. So my next cast might just... Oh, what was that? I think a turtle might have just come up and breathed air. I heard a weird noise over there. Well, I'll put a cast over where these slightly bigger fish are. See if we can get a bite out of them. It's hanging off the edge of that sandbar behind that stick by the look of it. I'm waiting to hook a bigger fish. There's definitely bigger fish floating around, but it seems like the smaller fish are getting to the lure first, which can be typical if the smaller fish are feeding their heads off. So what I'll normally do then is just go for smaller hops, try and get underneath the active trevally and things like that. Hopefully you can pluck off those bigger fish that are probably just feeding underneath them, feeding a little bit smarter than the smaller fish. You sometimes find it with night fishing. You'll get jacks and stuff like that sitting underneath trev schools that are chopping up prawns. And the theory behind it is they're just letting the trevs do the hard work, use all their energy, and then just feeding on all the scraps nice and easy. Yep, that's a better fish. Is it? Oh yeah, it's a diamond. I can see him all the way down there. That's cool. I'm gonna back off on him. Oh, he's a good fish. Yeah, so that's interesting. That's what those bigger fish might be on the sounder. Oh, nice fish. It's funny, the water's a little bit tannin, but it's really clear. Like I can see him all the way down there. That is very cool. It's been a little while since I've caught a diamond. Yeah, 2-inch yabby, got it done. I'm gonna try and pole him in. They've got soft mouths, so I might lose him. It's just I don't like tangling them up in the net. Their streamers can get a little bit tangled in the net and tangled in themselves. So I'll just try and pole him. If I lose him, I lose him. No biggie. Got him. Yes, he's actually a nice fish. That is very cool. I haven't caught a diamond in a little while. I'll be nice and quick with him because they don't do super well out of water. Well, how cool is that? Diamond trevally on the 2-inch swim prawn in Yabby. What an incredible fish. What an incredible fish. They fight well above their weight class, and one of the coolest looking fish too. That is that is unreal. We'll get him back and we'll keep going, see if we can get another one. For a couple of fish like that, I'm very happy. So we'll chuck another 2-inch on, see if this is gonna continue the bite, and then we'll swap to the 4-inch. Still got probably a couple of hours of run out. I'd prefer bigger tides, like I said before, but beggars can't be choosers. Today's the only day I could really get out. It was a good call coming here, because everywhere else I feel like would have been blown out with this wind. So tighten that drag back up. I loosened him off because I seen it was a diamond, and they got pretty soft mouths. So if you're fighting a fish with a soft mouth and there's no structure, there's no point in going hard on them. All you're going to do is rip that hook out, really. So on the 360 now, you can see the fish are a little bit more scattered. There's some to the sort of rear left, and there's nothing really in front of us anymore. Oh, yep. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. That's the biggest fish of the day so far. Not sure what that's going to be. Came out of that school on the sounder. It just feels heavy. What's this going to be? Oh, it's a monster cod. Wow. Big cod for the 2-inch. Wow. Ha! He's solid as. That's the biggest cod I've landed in a long time. What are you doing out in the middle, mate? That's going to require the net, that one. He might even come home for a feed. I don't mind cod. And going to get a couple of good fillets out of him. Come here, mate. It's amazing he ate the 2-inch. Big black spot. Wow. I have not caught a cod that big in a long time. Wow. It'll be interesting. I don't think the camera will do him justice, because you never really quite get a grip of how big they are with how wide their head and everything is, but he is solid as. He's a big fish. I don't even know how to hold him. He is a solid fish. Look at the head on him. See a little 2-inch all the way down there? Wow. Be interesting to measure him, but even the length isn't going to do him justice. Oh man. Good tussle too. You definitely can't complain about that. On the light bait cast rod, I don't think I actually felt his bite. I just wound into him, and I thought it was going to be a barra or a big threadfin or something just from the weight of it. Yeah, biggest fish of the day so far. Like, look at the underside of him. He is chunky as. There's a few kilos in that. It'll be interesting to see what he regurgitated, to see if they're eating crabs or prawns, or you'd assume he's been eating some mullet and stuff. Big fish. Alright. One more 2-inch. Rig him up and go again. The 2-inch seems to be doing the trick at the moment. That tide's getting lower and lower. Probably got another, without knowing the area too well, I'd say we've got another hour run out. And where I am now with the sandbars, I could still get back if it bottoms out. If I went up any further, I'm not too sure. All right, what have we got on the sounder now? Looks like we've got another school of fish in front of us again, in behind this stick, which is where the diamond came out of. Right on the edge of this sandbar. If there's diamonds here, I'm assuming there'd be goldens too. The species seem to be filtering through in schools. As this creek gets lower and lower, I'm assuming more and more fish will just keep coming through. Yeah, in front of me is completely cut off now. Cast back over here. Looks like there's a few fish hiding in amongst there. Take it off spot lock, I think, and we'll just have a little drift. Tighten back up. And, oh yep, you can see there's fish on the left now, so I'll drift back and we'll fish them. There's quite a few fish, so I'm getting bites. Yep. What do we got this time? Another little dewy. We'll just get him straight back and we'll get back in there because there's some big fish there. They almost even look like big dew, but you wouldn't think there'd be that big a dew in here. I reckon they might be threadies. They're all right, they're off the scan now, so they're directly in front. That's where that dew came from. Oh, could be on here. Once I'm past them a little bit further, I'll spot lock so I can cast up to them and just keep peppering them. Oh, that was a good bite. That felt like a barra bite. Oh, I thought I was going to have weight then. Okay, spot lock time. Tide's still coming out, but the wind's kind of blowing me against it. So we're just casting up to these fish. Oh man, that was a smaller bite that time. That's all right. Get back in there. Feels like it's going to happen. I'm going to hook a really big fish soon and I'm going to get sizzled. It's just the feeling of it. It's been the feeling of the whole morning session. I thought that cod was going to be a barra or something ginormous, just the amount of weight it had. And just with some of the size of the fish that are floating around. There's a fish on it, yep. Another little dew. They're biting it hard, these little dewies. That's not bad. That's probably the fourth dew of the sesh. Gonna need a break and have something to eat. It was quite an early start this morning. I didn't get the boat fully packed the night before. Left a little bit late and had to do the routine with the girls and get them to bed and all the rest of it. So I had to get up a little bit early this morning and pack the last few things, but packed a little bit of lunch today. So when this bite turns off, we'll probably have some lunch, find somewhere in the shade and just hang out and just kind of work out what's happened today. I know there's been no giant fish, but it's been red hot. I've caught a lot of fish. You know, just the amount on the sounder too, and I feel like there will be a bigger fish. I will go to the 4-inch very soon. I'll just tie it straight onto this rod and reel combo. But for now, the 2-inch is getting sizzled. I really like this Miller rod. It's a Switch Freak UL, 7'3", 4 to 7 kilo. Very, very nice stick. If I change one thing about it, I'd like smaller guides, but that's just me. I'm a small guides kind of fella. Looks like there's a school of barras sitting behind this ledge to the right. Crazy not to put a couple into them. It's roughly where the diamond came from before. They look like barra. They could be diamonds, I guess. You don't get as a good return most of the time on the 360 like you do on side scan with shapes of shadows. It might be used area, it might be a settings thing, but I've got the settings, I'm pretty happy with the settings I've got it on at the moment. I'm gonna get closer to this bank. It feels like the fish are hugging super tight. There's gotta be jacks or something in here too, if you get in tighter. Oh, there's those big long fish. There's a fish on it there. Oh, he dropped it. I was about to set hooks into him. Just need to reposition my plastic a bit. I wonder if there'd be any fish in this little edge here. Oh, another little bite. It'd be worth a cast, wouldn't it? Up here. Behind this little sandbar. Yep, there's one. What do we got? Little Trevor. You're not what's on the sounder. You're not what's on the sounder at all. All right, let's go to the 4-inch. Let's do it. I've got that cod just bleeding out there. And then I'll throw him on the ice. I was under the mindset where I might keep a couple of fish today, but only if it was, only if it was the right species. I don't mind cod. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I feel like that's when you're spoilt for choice with fish. Compared to flathead, I like fish like flathead, mangrove jack, cod, all that. But they're the main ones that I, if I'm keeping a few for a feed, that's what I'll normally keep. Flathead is the main one. Don't really like keeping jacks. They're such a cool, gnarly fish with so much attitude, but they are also very tasty. We've got a 3.0 1/4 ounce BKK this time. So with those fish that look like barra on the sounder, it's probably going to be a good idea to slow roll a couple too. See if they are barra and see if they're going to eat something on a slow roll. So the technique I normally use is make contact with the bottom straight away, and then don't make contact again. Try and keep it higher up in the water column. So let's thread this guy on. Need a little bit of sunlight. You can see from that silhouette there why Yabby works so well, even in slightly dirty water. That's such a good natural silhouette for a prawn. And then when you get it in the sunlight, and you get it in the water, it's got that nice reflective, glitter in it. And it's also UV reactive, not super UV reactive, just slightly, which I don't think is always a bad thing. He's going to be very nice in the water. Let's get him in. All right, let's see what the 4-inch can do, hey? Oh yeah, that 1/4 ounce cast a little bit better, a little bit nicer in this wind. It's going to hit the bottom pretty quick here, but that's all right. The fish don't seem like they need a really finesse approach. That is the 2-inch and 3-inch well and truly ticked off. Slow rolling it through those barra. We've got really cold water temps, so I'm not expecting one, but it doesn't mean you're not going to try, hey? Because there's a fair few on the sounder there. Just going to go for a little sound up this gully. Looks like it's fully cut off with this sandbar now. Got those barra fully fully up off the bottom now. Oh, and those long fish are there too. Try and hop it through them. Don't know whether that's rocks in front of me or fish. If it's fish, there's a ton there. Could just be rocks, it's hard to tell. Yep. Yep. Oh, that's big. What the hell is that? That's a barra. Is it a barra? Oh, it's a threadfin. Oh, he's gonna go ape shit. Oh. Oh, they were threadies on the sounder. Oh man. Oh, he's solid as. Oh, that is so cool. He came up onto the surface and sort of did a big head shake, and I thought he was going to be a barra. Oh man. The only risk I run is him wearing through the leader, so I'm going to fight him on really light drag. Oh man, that is so cool. I can't remember the last time I've caught a threadfin, and I've never got one on film before. Oh, I don't want him up there, but. This is cool, this is special. Cameras are rolling, yep. Yeah, this is special, 4-inch yabby. He is towing the boat into this little creek section. Oh, he's coming right up there. I'm gonna have to put the wood on him a little bit and just risk losing him on, risk busting him off. When he gets back out in the open, I'll loosen off, yeah. Oh, that is cool. There was a big school on the sounder there, and it's probably spooking them all, just him dragging the boat through them. Oh, that is so cool. I think he said threadfin. He might be a blue. I think he's a threadfin. Man. Oh, he's cutting some more water. He's going so hard. It's so cool, the water's so clear, I can just see him swimming around too. Oh, they're such a special fish. Don't go around the back of the boat. Oh, look at him. I think he might be a blue. I've never caught tiny little blues before. His head just looks a little bit funny, but definitely no threadfin expert. I'll know once I get him in the net, because you can tell from the size of he's blind in one eye. I can't see his whiskers, so I'm assuming he's going to be a big blue. He's giant if he's a blue. He's blind in one eye though. I can see that from here. What a cool fish. Got him. Oh no, no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, I had a tip wrap then. He jumped out of the net and he tip wrapped it. That's so lucky that came off then. Otherwise he would have busted me off 100%. I thought I had him. I got excited, thought I had him. No, no, he's a threadfin. Oh, he jumped out of it. Oh, it's happened again. How's he getting out of the net so easily? It's only really light gear I've got. Little BFS combo. Man, I probably deserved to lose him after that twice. Come on, mate. He's a king threadfin. He's not a blue. I can see all these, he just tucked his gills away. Come on, mate. Time to come into the net. He would have to be on that meter mark. He's the biggest one I've caught on light gear. Got him. Oh man, he's solid as. That's what he's doing. When his head was hitting the net, he was turning. Yeah, he's a king. Oh man, what a fish. Oh, the relief of that. Both cameras rolling too. Oh man, I had a feeling this would happen today. I had a feeling I was going to hook a big fish when I got to this spot, just because of the size of the fish on the sounder and just the smaller fish were feeding. I'm going to hit spot lock. There's a school of like 50 of them on the sounder, if that's them. That is wild. He has to be. It's been a long time since I've caught a big threadfin, but before I measure him, I'm just going to hold him up for you guys. That's probably the most, since I've started filming, that's probably the craziest thing that I've caught on film. Oh man. Oh, how cool is that? Oh, what a fish. I'll reposition the boat because I think he's getting fully shaded there, but I just wanted to give you a little quick hold up and just get that raw stoke. But oh, what an incredible fish. 4-inch yabbies down there. I'll reposition this boat and I'll look after this guy and get him back in the water. Alright, so he really rasped up my leader. That's why I went a bit lighter on him. I'm pretty sure this is 20 pound on this rod, which is still really light for a big salmon. So that's why I was good backing it off. I had to go a little bit harder when you started going into the mangroves. I'm not super familiar with what snags are in this place, but I couldn't see anything, so I didn't. I put a little bit of wood on him. Put a little bit of wood on him, but nothing too crazy. The main important thing was I didn't want to rasp me off. I also didn't want him to get me into the snags, but I felt like if I just pulled too hard, it would have broken off, and he had swallowed it. So got very, very lucky there with the net. They can twist. I haven't caught tons of threadies. I've caught a few up in Rockhampton and one in Noosa and a few bits and pieces, but I'm not super familiar with the species, and it was incredible to see how he could turn out of the net so easily. I'll just tell you what gear I caught him on while it's fresh in my head. It's a Millerod Switch Freak UL, 7'3", 4 to 7 kilos, so super, super light rod. And then the lure, of course, was 4-inch yabby on a 1/4 ounce 3/0 BKK head. Very, very simple rig. I think I've got about 20 pound leader on there, and it'd be about 20 pound braid on this bait caster too. So all pretty basic. Same prawn, he's still good to go. Let's see if there's more in that school. If they're like any other fish, that surely would have spooked them. But if they're feeding hard up in this little gully, then I don't see why we couldn't get another one. I don't even, it's all a bit of a blur now. Like when you hook a big fish like that, sometimes you go into adrenaline mode, and I can't remember what his bite felt like, but I think there was just a pluck, and then he started swimming towards me and he came up to the surface. Oh, that's not another one, is it? Nah, big flathead. Why you do me like that, flathead? Oh, I didn't have my drag set or anything. Normally my number one rule. He's actually not a bad one for the dinner table. I might take him home. Have a look at the measure mat. Yeah, he's 50 on the dot. No, I won't take him home. I'll just get him straight back and see if these threadfin are going to feed again. He's a, nothing wrong with him, 4-inch yabby. That's 4-inch well and truly ticked off. But I'm interested to see if they're still there. So I'm gonna mosey up. I think they were up a little bit further than where I am now. I drifted back after I landed him. I'm recording the sounder, so I'll be able to look back and see what they looked like exactly on the sounder, but it looked like there was a big school up here, but now that tide's receding, it's so shallow where he came from, which isn't unusual. Like, threadfin can definitely get up shallow, but I came up into this gully just not really expecting too much. I'm bloody glad I did. Must have been sitting right on this drop off. Spooked something, a bit of puff of sand came up. But that fish was pretty special. I'm definitely not one to carry on camera, and I can't remember how I acted when I landed that. I think I was carrying on a little bit, but to someone that catches a lot of threadfin, it's probably another day in the office, but for me, that's yeah, that's right up there. That was pretty cool. Thought it was a barra to start with, and I would have been absolutely stoked with a barra, but another flathead. Would have been absolutely stoked with another with a barra, but to get a threadfin like that, absolutely incredible. And just to come to a spot, like, no one's told me about this spot. I've fished it once before. It's just a little zone I found on Google Earth. Came and fished it last year once, and thought I'd come back and just give it another try, seeing it's 30 knots. $25 to 30 knots today. That was a good bite. That's got to be one. Oh, it's another one. Oh, it's another one. Oh, he's swimming towards me. Look, he's just there. Oh, no way. Oh, I can just enjoy this one's fight now. That last one was so stressful. Oh man, just a little pluck as soon as he hit the bottom. Really small pluck when it hit the bottom. And that's a big school on the sounder. little pluck, and then just swim towards me. Oh, he's up in the mangroves. It's all right, my line's not caught. Four-inch yabby. Oh man, they cut water. Look at him go. Yep, I'm rolling on both cams. And look at him going right up in the shallows there. What the hell? Tried to release the other one and he wasn't doing so well. So I ended up keeping him. You can see him there just bleeding out in the net. So I'll just grab this one, hold him up real quick for the GoPro, because it looks like he's not as big. And we'll get a real quick release on him because they're coming out of shallow water. I'm not sure why that one didn't do so well, but they're a notorious fish for not doing well. He might have just been hooked and bled a little bit too much. There's a little bit of blood on the deck. Man, he's fighting dirty. I've just got enough wood over him. Man, that is so cool. They nearly look like a bloody shark in the water. That was 3 casts, 2 flathead, and 1 threadfin. How ridiculous. Look how cool they look in the water. Oh man. I feel pretty trashed from my flu today, but this is making me feel so much better. I'm just gonna get him up closer, just leader him and then tail him. Yes. Oh man, he's another good one. 4-inch yabby again. Oh, he's such a clean, healthy fish. Oh man, what a cool fish. Oh, I can't wipe the smile off my face. That is incredible. I got to enjoy that one's bite and its fight then. That's cool. How's all the details on them? How's the massive tail? They don't fight like any other fish. They can cut water so quickly and then they just, sometimes it looks like they're not doing anything at all. Incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm gonna get a couple of quick stills and then I'm gonna get them straight back.